Hi everyone. In this short video, I'm going to show you how I've been learning SQL fundamentals using the 3W schools SQL tutorials and how I practice what I learn inside the SQL Server Management Studio or SSMS. So I'll walk through different types of joins, set operations, my progress in W3Schools, some completed exercises, and also a couple of additional learning resources I found helpful. So, in this first section, what am I going to show you? I'm just going to show you my 3W schools progress. As you can see here, it's showing 94% completed. Yes, I tried just to wrap almost all of these tutorials and then coming back to try to have a look again and again. That's my way of understanding and trying to be able to really grasp whatever I'm reading. So here you can see my progress screen. I've been working through topics like select, join, and any all, select intros, insert into, case, null functions. All of this I've been working through, and you can even see the join. Let me slide a little bit at the bottom. You can see the joins. Where are these? Come on. No, man. Joins, whatever. Yes. If we just slide at the bottom, you can see all these exercises. I went through all of them. I'm actually done with all of this. Union and self. Yeah, like this one. Self join, full join, all of these exercises. I went through all of them. If I try to open it, it's gonna pop up and says you've done this already. Do you still want to do it? Yeah, this was already completed. You have already completed these exercises. Do you still want to take them again? So I really don't have time to take them again, so I'm just gonna say no. But anyway, if you see right here, I've completed all of them. The joins are right here at the bottom. The join, the left join, all of these I have completed them. And what I still need to review. Yes, sometimes I can still come back and try to have a look. That's how I went through all of this, and I got to uh, my my progress. I'm at 94%. Yes. So now I will show you maybe some exercise. Yeah, these are the exercises. If I want to just open one of them, let's just open this. Open it again and see it was completed. If I want to take it again, I can say yes, let me take it again. And these are the questions which came. What is the primary purpose of a SQL union operator? What is it? And then I worked on these ones the same way to create new table with combined columns, to duplicate rows, to perform a self join, to combine a result set of two, and so on. So that's how I went through all of this and got to this level. And yeah, everything was done already. So as you can see, I have done a couple of those exercises. It's too much, but as I don't have enough time, but the only thing I can say, these exercises helped me to practice writing queries before trying them on the SSMS. So without just wasting our time, I'm just gonna go as fast as possible, um, demonstrating now the joins on the SSM. So let's see how we can demonstrate those ones, because I think and I believe the practice is more important than the theory. Yes. So I'm on the SSMS. Let's see. I'll start with the inner join. Let's just try to demonstrate this inner join. As we don't have time, some exercise I will type them. Some of them I've done them already, but let's just type them again. That's the best way. So, oh, come on, what's going on again? Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, sorry, just close this one. I think we are connected. So I'll just show whatever I've been typing before we start this. The inner join. I'm gonna go to the inner join. This is the example of inner join. You can see right here this statement saying select the person, this one, right. Select person dot business entity ID. This person type, person first name, last name, employee job title, from person, and then I've done the, now this is the left. I want to show you the inner. The inner is just the top one, this one, this select statement, yeah, this one. Select person. If I run this command, we're trying to select data, pulling data from the database from two different tables, the person and the person phone number. Then here you can see we've made the inner join on person business entity. Let me execute this first of all and see what's going to be the result. It's executing the query. It's just all right. At the bottom you can see the result, and it's giving us the 19,972 rows. So what just happened here is that this returns only the matching records between the person table and the person phone tables. So we just have a single result with first and last name of each person, as well as their phone numbers. They are right here. Their phone numbers, last name, and first names, and their business identity ID. Everything is just in this one from one select statement. But with this inner, we just put two different information from two different tables. That's how this works. I'm gonna now try to show you the left join. Let us just try to join the person table and the employee table based on the employee ID values. We can still do it with the left join. Okay, I've done it already. Let me just show it. This one should be the bottom one. Yes. I'm gonna close this just to get the time. I can't make it on this very short period of time. But anyway, we still have two tables, the person table and the employee table. What are we gonna do here? So as you can see, it's already written. We have the person. We select the person, business entity ID, person type, person first name, person last name, employee job title, and then from which table? From the table person, we do the left outer join to the table that is called employee. So human resources dot employee on what? On the person business identity entity equals to employee dot business entity ID. So what am I doing here? Here I'm just doing the left join. I'm trying to join two tables, the employee table and the person table, based on their employee ID values. What will this give us as a result? I'm just gonna execute this one as well. Select them first of all, and then execute. Okay, the query is being executed, 100% done. At the bottom, you can see we do have now all the business entity IDs, We have the person type. You can see all the employees have got this EM type, showing that there are employees. And the other one, they do have the VC, the other one, they do have the SC, and so on. So we do have each person with their person type. We have their first name is the first name and the last name, and also the job title. Whoever who's not an employee has a job title null on their results, right? So this returns all the people, including their job titles, of those that are employees, even if they are subcontractors. You can see they have a value of null job title. So this type of join will be used occasionally, right? So let's just go quickly to the right join and see what's going to be the result. All of them, they're just doing we're just trying to join this information between two different tables. So to show or to demonstrate the right, this was the left outer join. That word of outer is nothing else, just a left join. So if I want to show to you the right join between these two tables, I'm just going to change this word, put it to become right. Okay, it's going to do the same, but I think, and I know, yes, the result is going to be different. So let's do the same between the person, business identity ID again, person type, first name, last name, and employee job title. Yes, and then from person, right outer, human resources, employee, on person, business identity ID equals to employee. So based on their business entity ID, we're just trying to do the right outer join again and see what's going to be the result. I will just select this statement and say execute. There we go. You can see now the results. Again, it gives us the business entity ID, the person type, the first name, the last name, and their job titles. So what is really the difference? You can see here, it returns all information of all employees. Why? Because, yeah, all the employees plus any additional information which are found in the person table, because we've joined two tables, the person table and the employee table. As the employee table is at the right hand side, that's why the results is giving us all informations for employees plus any additional information found in the person table. So this also tells me that we do not have employee that is not represented in the people table. If they were, we would have some people with no value in their business entity ID. Yeah, as you can see here, on this column, the business entity ID, all of them, they do have numbers. There's no one who has an empty value. I can just slide at the bottom. You can see there's numbers everywhere, because this is the right outer join. Correct. So let's go quickly to the filter, the full join. Let's see the full join again. For the full join, again, we can just change this keyword here, full, full outer join from the person again, and I'm gonna just change that and try to execute this statement and see what will be the result for the full. Okay, this is the full outer join, the full join. So what is happening here again? We went through from the person table and the employee table, and we've made the full join. What this means, it returns this return results as the same. If you look properly, you can see it's 19,972 rows, the same result we had from the left join. So for just to wrap up this, those are the three type of outer joins. The left join that we've made in first, it's used when we want to get all information from the first table, plus matching details were available, which were available from the second table. Whenever you do the join between two tables, when you use the left join, you use it to get all the information from the first table, please matching all details where are available from the second table. And the right join will return everything from the second table and matching some details from the first table. And this full join will return all records from both tables regardless of matching values. So these are the three type of join. Now I will demonstrate the SQL set operations in SSM again. For the SQL set operations, let us look at the union first of all. Okay, let's look at the union. I'm just gonna go first and say new query, and let's try to make. Oh, sorry, it's not gonna work. That's why I just took the same whatever I've done before. Okay, let's go and look at union. What is the union? Whenever you use the union operator, you can get stuff. That's where what's coming, information coming from two different tables. Let's look at these two tables, the person and the person credit card. If I run this, these two statements, I can get, you can see I get every single data for everyone. Okay, so for the union, when we have similar data from two separate tables, we can add the rows from one selected statement to the rows returned by the second. So as you can see here, I want to try to do the union. For the best way to do the union, I can do it on what again? Let me check here. Did I do it here? Yes, I did it here for the union. Yes, this is for the union. What happened here? We selected the product category ID, and then we select also the product category ID again. But here at the bottom, we do it from the product subcategory, and at the top one, we do it from the product category. Product category and product subcategory. Two different tables, but we put the union right here for both of them by just putting this keywords of union, and let's try to see what's gonna come out as a result. Let's try it and see together. Whenever I run this, okay, the results comes out. This combined results has no duplicate value in it, so I pulled through the products ID data, which is stored in the subcategory table, and the results visualize which rows came from which tables with the presence or the absence of the null in the second column. You can see here some of the product subcategory ID null and some with numbers. Okay, so this as I said, in the second column, and all category name are listed in the category column regardless of whether they came out from the main table or from the subcategory table. So the union will exclude any duplicate value that may have been in both queries. That's how it works. So we have only single data we don't have any duplicate values. This was a union between the two tables. To do the intersect, let's try to see how do we do the intersect. Intersect operator, by the way, by doing all of this, we just put the operator's name, like intersect union, as we've done it here. Let's try with the intersect. I'm gonna go back to this query, this one. Okay, first of all, I select, let's just try this together. Boom. I'm gonna try. The intersect operator is used to normally find the rows that are identical and unique between the result sets of two complete select queries. So I'm gonna go quickly and write two select queries. Let's say we look at the product ID. Okay, product ID, that's correct. I select the product ID from what is this table again? Production, then product production product photo. Okay, I think we do have this data. Okay, and what else? That's the first one, and the second one is select product ID from production dot product review. So we're looking at two different tables here, product review and the product photo. Okay, let's try and execute these two select queries. Okay, once we do this, you can see at the bottom we do have two results, the product ID and the product ID. The first one is coming from the product photo, and the second one from product review. Okay, so what is happening, it returns only the rows that exist in both the first query and the second query requirement. So for both select queries must have the same number of columns, and corresponding columns must have compatible data type. That's just the conditions. So if I just put the intersect in between of them, okay, I'm just gonna put here intersect, like finding the intersection between the two. And then once I do this, I have to put the semicolon at the bottom, right? Then let's try to execute this in one and see what's going to become the result. And here we can see the results. Unlike the union, the result of intersect returns only the unique product IDs that can be found in both of these type of queries, which are really only three of them: 709, 798, and 937. So this example, we try to find a common product. We find those product IDs that have both a photo and a review. That's what this means. So we only have three of them, product with that they have a photo and a review. So that's it for the intersects. And then the next one, after the intersect, we do have the except. And what is this? The except, when we do the except, I'm just gonna try again to remove everything here and write it down again. We're gonna use the except keyword for this set operation. So again, we can select all data from, say, from person. Sorry, we select all data from person. Okay, and we still have another select everything from, let's say, from sales dot person credit card, then you put one semicolon. All right, we are looking at we're working at accept, right? First of all, we have this. If I really execute these two statements, what will be the result? You can see this result. It returns everyone in the database. Okay, we have all employees in the database, the customers, the vendors, the contractors, everyone has been returned, and so on. So we know the employee, they do have their type of codes, the in the person credit card, what is it? Let's check here. Where's my mouse? Yes, I'm here. Email, product, promotion, additional contact info, whatever, everything is right here. Select all from person, select all from sales dot person credit card. It returns everything. So now we understand we have the business entity ID in both results. At the bottom here, you can see 1, 2, 3 up to 11. We have 293 and so on and so forth, which is links to the other person table, then the credit card linked to the sales credit and so on. So we can modify these two statements to find all the people that do not have credit card by using the keyword except. That's the third one we're looking at. We can just use that keyword. So let us get the business entity, and yeah, we're just gonna, after I finish this, I typed this code before. I don't have time to write down everything. I'm just gonna bring back the except one. Instead of saying select person, okay, why don't we just type it? Okay, this one, select, I think it's business. No, it's not gonna, yeah, it will take time for me to finish this. Let me just bring it on. Let me just bring it on, just to catch up on time. So this is the code. I select every business entity ID from the person table where the person type is different to employee. That's the M. Then except select business entity ID from sales that person credit card. So what are we doing here? As I said here previously, we try to do what? We are trying to modify the first statement to find all the people that do not have credit card. So with this statement, only one statement, using the except keyword, let's see the result. I'm gonna execute it. As you can see, so first the query returns all the IDs for everyone who's not an employee, because here we said where person type is different than him. And then the second query return also all the IDs for people with credit card. Then we remove the ID which appears in both tables by joining them together with except keywords, and that's the result. We have the IDs of everyone who has a credit card. So fifth, I'm gonna show you some additional learning resources that helped me to to learn more about this. So the first one, I went to this Microsoft.learn, learn.microsoft.com. It has some good things to learn about SQL. You can have all this version of SQL listed right here and everything, database design, development. So I keep on coming back and reading some of the topics which interest me. Not only this, also there's a YouTube channel, this one, the Free Code Camp. This one is a good one. You can read more about SQLs and so on. That's what I really like to go. And sometimes I also go to the LinkedIn. There's some also good stuff there I can learn. But these are the two the most being used by me. Sometimes YouTube on the Free Code Camp and the Microsoft website. Sometimes I also go to the learnsql.com. Yeah, we can have some stuff also right here. So this is it. I think we're getting to the end. What happened? What did I do in this? Finally, after looking at the learning resources that helped me to deepen my understanding, every time I go back there, I learn something new. That's everything I used. In this video, I used the W3Schools to show you how I made all of these exercises, and I keep on doing the same. You can see my progress bar saying 94%. So I showed you and how did I learn the fundamentals and how did I practice this on SSMS. I also show you the tracking from my progress and all of those completed exercises, and I also used some additional online resources to strengthen my learning. Thank you for watching. Bye.